double cheese. Okay, this was not a regret. Lord, I could probably finish another one. Could probably finish another one. That's true. But they're big. Yeah. I'm just hungry. We didn't say shit.
Huh? Yeah, we didn't say shit, man. Period. We said nothing at all about the burger.
Like, it was fucking good.
Yeah.
I love that speechless.
I don't know any burger that came close.
I think top Polk.
Yeah, top.
Top Polk, definitely. You ever tried Jazzy's?
It's better than that.
Very uninteresting.
Rubbish. Hindi naman ito sa piti.
Right guys, welcome to episode 2 of the comeback series. We're now in the second week of meet prep. You just saw me knock out a single at 155 kilos for, can't even speak, 155 kilos at an RP6, followed by a 3x8 at an RP 6 to 7 with 115 kilos for my first set, and then we dropped it down to 110 for my last 2 sets. Sets of 8 are fucking hard. Like, and meet prep during Ramadan, when you're fasting, oh goddamn sir, it's a whole different kind of grind. That's only the first portion done. We still got to get through bench and then accessories. I'm probably not gonna film my accessories because I'm kind of limited on time here because the place closes at 11, but we got to get straight into bench. We have a single at an RP 6 to 7, followed by a 3x7 at an RP 6 to 7. I love how I feel like maybe a week or 2 ago, everyone in the Team Hunter group chat was like, oh, Haley's giving me like sets of 8, and like I fucking hate sets of 8. And I replied to them, I was like, you know what, sets of 8 aren't that bad. But man, they're bad when you're fasting. That was a trash single. Right, so let's go through something that like I'm not too big of a fan of here at Iron Strong, and it's the fact that the floor is super slippery, so I can't exactly initiate leg drive the way that I want to. But I just gotta be able to adjust to whatever situation, whatever environment that I'm in. So today, this is the cards that I was dealt, and we're just gonna cap it off at a 77.5 single. We'll call it there. We're gonna go do our back offs 3x7. I had an RP 7, so I'm probably gonna get it down to like 62.5, 65, we'll see.
we're just gonna do a little voiceover and talk through why the slippery floor was an issue just now. So as powerlifters, we all utilize leg drive, and this should pretty much be done by the general gym goer too. This is because when you utilize leg drive properly, meaning having your butt stay on the bench instead of fly off 10 feet into the air, you can get more overall tightness, and this puts you in a stronger position to press the bar up. So I'm not going to go through and teach you how to use leg drive, but I do want to give you guys a solution in case you ever come across a slippery floor that causes issues when benching or even squatting and deadlifting. And that is just to sprinkle a little chalk on the floor, specifically the spots where you are going to place your feet. What this is going to do is it's going to soak up some of that moisture and dry both the floor and the sole of your shoe, preventing slippage. Unfortunately, I didn't have a block of chalk with me for this session, only liquid chalk. But if you ever do decide to chalk the floor, don't be an ass and make a mess. Just use an amount that's necessary. You can always add a little more should the chalk start rubbing off. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Right, what's good guys? Welcome to the Wednesday portion of this video. Today we are in for a deadlift session. We have an RP 6 to 7 single. I'm probably gonna cap it at an RP 6. I kind of feel like my food is starting to come back out. This whole fasting thing, like I'm still trying to figure it out. But we have 185 loaded on the bar now. That should be my RP 6 single. And after that we have a 3x6 at an RP 6 to 7. Again, I'm probably gonna keep it closer to an RP 6. And after that, I want to kind of just take you guys through how I'm kind of managing this whole meat prep along with the Ramadan fasting period. So we'll get to that later, but for now, let's get straight into this 185 single. So we just pulled my single 185, paused at an RP6. I mean, it's very routine. If anything, that's usually a final warm-up, but we're still trying to adjust to this fasting period. So I'll cap it there, and now we've dropped it down to 145 kilos, and we're gonna do that for my first set of 6 out of my 3 sets of 6. I hope that makes sense. Yeah.
What's up guys? It's been a few days since I last vlogged. I recorded on Wednesday and it is now Friday. I just got home from Friday prayers and I just wanted to explain how I am personally approaching and managing meat prep while fasting during the month of Ramadan. So obviously meat prep and prepping to compete is something that is extremely taxing on your body, and this doesn't really pair well with the fact that you have to fast for about 12 to 14 hours during the day. Because of this, I need to make sure that I'm on top of all my external factors. So that's, you know, my sleep, my nutrition, my recovery, whether that be my heat baths, rolling out, stretching, you know, all that kind of stuff. But what I feel should be at the top of that priority list is the nutrition aspect of things, and that's because it's kind of the hardest to stay on top of during the month of Ramadan. So I kind of have 2 kinds of meals basically, and I rotate between the 2 depending on the kind of training session that I have for that night. For sessions where I have squats or deadlifts, I'm gonna have a lighter meal that's easier to digest because I can't go into training with squats or deadlifts feeling bloated, or else, you know, that when I breathe and brace, I'm gonna feel like that food is starting to come back out, and I'm gonna want to puke it all out. And that's not what I want during a training session. So the meal that I usually pair with squats or deadlifts tends to be more of a breakfast-like meal. So an example of that, what I tend to eat is pancakes with scrambled eggs and spinach. Food like this is gonna take less time to settle, and it's gonna digest quite easily. So by the time that I train, I won't feel bloated anymore, and I'll kind of just be ready to jump straight into my session. As for my bench only sessions, I'll eat something heavier, so maybe like, you know, burgers, rice with beef or chicken, and I'll consume bigger portions because with bench I don't mind feeling bloated. You know, I don't really have to, when I breathe and brace, I'm not breathing and bracing into a belt that's gonna kind of push all my food back out. I'm kind of just, you know, breathing, bracing. You know, you don't have that pressure on your stomach that you would have with squats or deadlifts. So there's room to kind of eat more and have a heavier meal that doesn't digest quite as easily as, you know, the pancakes and scrambled eggs that I usually have on my squat and deadlift days. So after my sessions, I'll always have something to eat. I'll always have a meal after that, whether that be something that I prepped myself or whether I want to go eat out with friends. This meal is usually the meal that's kind of the most flexible during that period of time where we can actually eat. I'll usually have this meal around midnight, and you know, I could have, maybe I'll have McD, or if you're from Brunei, you know, TK, or if I prep something at home, it's usually, you know, minced chicken with rice, sriracha drizzled on top, and, you know, whatever greens I have, whether that be, you know, long beans, broccoli, bok choy, whatever it may be. About an hour after that, I'll consume a protein supplement. So right now I am using Impact Whey by My Protein in the milk tea flavor. So that's a quick plug for them. No, this was not paid. This is not sponsored. Got that myself. So I'll have 2 scoops of that, which adds up to about 38 grams protein, and then I will head to bed. So after that, around 3:30, 4 a.m., I will wake up and have another 2 scoops of the Impact Whey, along with some sort of carb, whether that be, you know, 100 to 150 grams of rice, or maybe I'll have like 4 to 5 slices of bread. And that's pretty much it. That would be my window for eating over and done with. So it's definitely not the easiest thing to do. It's not the easiest thing to keep up with, because I have just that short window from 6:30 until like maybe 4:30 is, you know, the time when I'm usually done eating. But you know, it's something that I gotta do. It's, you know, my religious values along with this goal that I have. So it's something that you kind of just gotta work through, and don't complain about it. Just get it done. You know, that's pretty much how I'm managing my my nutrition during this fasting period. Meal prep is going well so far. There's nothing that I kind of want to change up. This routine works, but my semester for school does start next week, so we're gonna see how that's gonna pan out. But again, this is just, you know, I have a drive for this, and I'm gonna make it work somehow. So I think I'm gonna wrap up the video there. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Stay on the grind, keep grinding. I'm out.